Welcome to my channel, The English Playground. The Wise King's Dilemma. Once upon a time, in the ancient and sprawling kingdom of Veridonia, there lived a wise and just ruler named King Cedric. His kingdom was known far and wide for its prosperity, peace, and benevolent leadership of its monarch. King Cedric was deeply loved and respected by his people. His rule was marked by fairness, kindness, and an unyielding dedication to justice. The king was not just a ruler, he was a guardian of his people's welfare, a custodian of their happiness, and a beacon of hope and stability in times of need. Veridonia was a land of lush forests, rolling hills, and fertile plains. The heart of the kingdom was its agriculture, and its people were skilled farmers cultivating the rich soil to produce abundant crops. The kingdom's prosperity was closely tied to the land, and every piece of fertile ground was invaluable. One day, a grave dispute arose in the kingdom that threatened to disturb its tranquility. Two farmers, Ethan and Jacob, appeared before King Cedric in his grand court. Ethan, a humble and diligent farmer, known for his hard work and dedication, and Jacob, equally hardworking but known for his ambitious nature, were both claiming ownership of a particularly fertile piece of land that lay between their respective farms. The land in question was not just any piece of land, it was the most fertile land in the region, capable of yielding abundant crops that could significantly boost the livelihood of its owner. As the farmers stood before the king, their faces etched with concern and determination, the entire court fell silent, eager to hear the dispute and the king's verdict. Ethan, with his earnest eyes and weathered face, spoke first. "My family has tilled that land for generations, Your Majesty," he said, his voice filled with passion. "It rightfully belongs to me. I have taken care of it, nurtured it, and ensured it remained fertile. Without it, my family will suffer greatly. We depend on that land for our survival." Jacob, equally passionate and resolute, countered. "That land has always been considered a part of my farm. My ancestors worked hard to acquire it, and it's a rightful inheritance. If we lose it, we will lose a significant portion of our livelihood. It's not just land, it's a future, a hope." King Cedric listened intently to both arguments. He understood the gravity of the situation. Simply awarding the land to one party would leave the other feeling unjustly treated and could lead to further discord among his people. The king knew he had to find a solution that would uphold justice and maintain the harmony of his kingdom. After a moment of deep contemplation, King Cedric addressed the court. "Tomorrow at dawn," he announced, his voice calm and authoritative, "we will gather at the disputed land. I will bring with me a test that will determine the rightful owner of the land." The next morning, a large crowd gathered at the field. The tension was palpable as the villagers watched with bated breath. The king arrived with his council, and in the middle of the field was placed a large, imposing boulder. The boulder was massive, a formidable challenge for any man to move. King Cedric turned to Ethan and Jacob and declared, "This boulder represents the burden of your dispute. The one who can move it to the edge of the field will be deemed the rightful owner of the land." The farmers exchanged looks of surprise and determination. Ethan, known for his physical strength, stepped forward first. He planted his feet firmly on the ground and pushed against the boulder with all his might. His muscles bulged with effort and beads of sweat formed on his brow, but the boulder barely moved. After several attempts, Ethan stepped back, panting heavily, but his determination unwavering. Jacob, observing Ethan's struggle, knew that brute strength alone might not win this challenge. He stepped forward and examined the boulder from all angles, searching for a weak spot or a more effective way to leverage it. He tried various techniques using his knowledge of physics and mechanics, but met with little success. After several attempts, he too was exhausted and stepped back. King Cedric watched the proceeding thoughtfully. He then addressed the crowd. "This challenge is not about strength alone. It is about wisdom, determination, and the willingness to think beyond the obvious." He turned to Ethan and Jacob and said, The true test is not to move the boulder alone, but to find a way to move it together. The land does not belong to one, but to both of you, if you are willing to share and work together. Ethan and Jacob looked at each other, the realization dawning on them. They had been so focused on their individual claims that they hadn't considered the possibility of cooperation. With a nod of mutual understanding, they stepped forward together. Combining their strength and strategic planning, they managed to roll the boulder to the edge of the field. The crowd erupted in applause, and King Cedric smiled, pleased with the outcome. He declared, Ethan and Jacob, you have shown that unity and cooperation can overcome the greatest challenges. From this day forward, you will share the land and work it together. Let this be a lesson to all that true strength lies in unity and prosperity comes from working together. Ethan and Jacob shook hands and a new friendship was forged. They worked the land together, their combined efforts yielding bountiful harvests that benefit both their families and the entire community. The kingdom of Veridonia continued to thrive under King Cedric's wise rule, and the story of the boulder became a cherished lesson in the importance of cooperation, unity, and the wisdom of looking beyond one's immediate interests for the greater good. As the years passed, Ethan and Jacob's partnership became legendary. They not only shared the land but also shared knowledge, techniques, and innovations in farming that further increased their productivity. Their success inspired other farmers in the kingdom to collaborate and support each other, leading to a period of unprecedented prosperity in Veridonia. King Cedric, seeing the positive impact of this cooperation, encouraged the formation of a farmers' guild. This guild became a platform for sharing resources, knowledge, and support, further strengthening the bonds within the community. The guild also helped resolve disputes amicably, preventing conflicts and fostering a spirit of unity and collective progress. Ethan and Jacob, now respected leaders in the guild, often recounted the tale of the boulder and the wise king's judgment. The story was passed down through generations, becoming an integral part of Veridonia's cultural heritage. The moral of this story resonated deeply with the people. True strength lies in the unity and cooperation, and the greatest challenges can often be overcome by working together. In recognition of their contributions, King Cedric awarded both farmers with honors and titles, making them stewards of agriculture development in the kingdom. Under their guidance, Veridonia's agricultural practices became more advanced and efficient, setting an example for neighboring kingdoms. As the kingdom flourished, King Cedric's legacy of wisdom and justice continued to shine brightly. He ensured that his people understood the importance of empathy, understanding, and the willingness to work together for the common good. His reign became a golden era, remembered for the harmonious coexistence and collective prosperity of his people. The moral of the story endured through the ages, a testament to the power of unity and profound impact of wise leadership. Veridonia became a beacon of hope and inspiration, a kingdom where fairness, cooperation, and mutual respect were the cornerstones of its success. And so the tale of King Cedric, Ethan, and Jacob lives on, reminding us that when we put aside the differences and work together, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness.
Please share, and subscribe.